family and I started attending the church last summer, or late last summer, August, and really wanted to have a church where we felt like there was more community, where our kids could really get to know and be known by other folks in the church, and where we could find a place where we could get to know and be known by other people in the church. We had been at a big church before and just kind of felt lost in the crowd. We came a couple of times, and I think after our second time attending, I was back at work on Monday, and my boss came to me and said, "I have a message from the director of care ministries." I said to her, "Oh my goodness, you wouldn't believe it. We just started attending that church." And that's when I knew we were in the right place. What's so important to me, I'm a social worker. I have a bachelor's in social work, a master's in social work. My mother's a social worker. So that's kind of my worldview, looking at serving the disenfranchised, speaking up for those who really they have voices, but whose voices aren't heard often. And it's just, for me, felt like it's, that kind of worldview is so in line with the Christian worldview, where we're supposed to take care of our neighbors, and, who is our neighbor? Everybody. But so often the disenfranchised don't get counted. Statistically, if you look at what's going on with family caregivers, they are the backbone of care in the country. They are more likely to develop depression and anxiety than their non-caregiving counterparts. They often have worse health status indicators than the people for whom they provide care, because their loved ones get to their doctor's appointments on time. Their loved ones get their 3 square meals, their loved ones get their medications on time, and it's the caregiver's needs that fall by the wayside. I'm just so blessed to be able to have a career that focuses on providing support to this group of people who really doesn't often get the recognition and support that they need. Some of the situations people find themselves in just come from the theater of the absurd, and nobody would even get it unless they've been in that circumstance. There's a lot of healing and value around being with people who see me and hear me and get it. So to be able to speak that and lay it down is just so powerful. But beyond that, to speak it, lay it down, and not be judged for it, and to be prayed for, that's the thing that I think is so important about this particular group. I facilitate multiple support groups. This is the only faith-based group that I'm a part of. And the difference is we can pray for each other. We can hold each other up. We can commit to pray for each other between meetings. That would be my vision for this group, that we would be a place where weary, exhausted caregivers can come and get propped up by other folks who share their faith, who have their same goals, who understand the responsibility, and where we can also be the folks who prop others up when they're exhausted. In my mind, I think that's really the picture of a Christian support group.